Cleanergi is all about making the energy transition affordable, reliable and resilient. We do this by offering the world's most efficient, cost-effective and capable technologies at grid and infrastructure scale, widely implementable around the world. The technologies needed to replace the fossil fuel economy have to be on a similar scale, or we're just tickling the edges of the problem. And they need to be cost competitive so as to power continued global growth. Renewable energy is at the heart of the energy transition. Electricity is not just about electrical energy. It's also about dispatchability, that is availability on demand, ancillary services to recover from faults, services based on real inertia to prevent faults cascading around the system, and to provide grid stability and operability, and also restoration services to recover from major failures. Only synchronous systems, which use large rotating machines with real inertia, can deliver many of these and deliver the rest much more efficiently. Solar and wind generation are intermittent and therefore need storage at similar scale to balance between when they're generating and when the energy is wanted. And solar, wind, batteries and interconnectors cannot deliver most of the other services. Cleanergi's patented green case is the world's most efficient, cost-effective, capable and flexible large-scale, long-duration storage with no emissions. It is up to 68 to 70% efficient measured over the whole system and its 40 to 60-year plant life, which is more efficient than batteries. It also delivers all the other services. Size ranges from 40 megawatts to many gigawatts, and duration from 4 hours to days or even weeks. And it does all this at well under half the levelized cost of storage of batteries. It performs much better in hot climates than other storage technologies. It can be built with existing equipment made by many companies. It's been validated by many multinational engineering companies and is ready to deploy commercially worldwide. If intermittent generation is connected directly to the grid, then the grid needs to more than triple in size. In the UK, based on National Grid's own data, every new gigawatt of offshore wind being connected from 2030 requires over £3 billion, or roughly €3.5 billion or $4 billion, of grid reinforcement, plus the cost of grid connection itself and of the balancing and ancillary services and their related reinforcements. Ongoing annual costs are 10% of that, and all those costs are rising fast. Moreover, costs are between a third and a half more for onshore wind than offshore. For solar it's between 6 and 10 times as much due to their lower capacity factors. Putting Cleanergi's electricity storage at suitable scale and duration between the renewable generation and the grid can avoid most of this. Rolling it out nationwide in conjunction with suitable regulation and market design could save the country 1.5 times its gross domestic product, cumulatively by 2050. And this applies to most countries around the world. But the energy transition also needs the hydrogen economy, that is, hydrogen and the synthetic fuels and chemicals that are made from it, together with the processes and industries that use them, which will mostly be powered electrically. If that electricity is intermittent, their costs go through the roof and their efficiency drops and safety issues arise. But to deliver that amount of baseload, the grid would have to double again in size, which is simply unaffordable. Cleanergi's patent-pending rebalance methodology solves this by integrating the hydrogen economy and other demand with both renewable generation and its green case to deliver 85 to 95% capacity factor electricity, enabling most plants to greatly reduce or even eliminate their grid connection. Such a system reduces the capital and operational cost, regulatory and commercial risks of both these plants and the renewable generation, most of which derive from their connection to the grid. All parties can engage in life-of-plant contracts without the cost, bureaucracy and regulations of contracts for difference. Cleanergi's rebalance energy parks will create long-term sustainable industries, jobs and economic growth, even after 2026, when regulations in Europe and elsewhere will ban green products and services balancing excess renewable generation at one time with insufficient at another time. And like Cleanergi's other capabilities, it can be delivered with today's technology. So Cleanergi's world-leading technologies tackle some of the biggest and most challenging aspects of the energy transition with world-beating capabilities and costs. This is how Cleanergi aims to power the world affordably, reliably and resiliently.